The rising cost of petroleum products in recent times has revealed the need to adopt renewable sources of energy, which are not only sustainable, but could slow down the effects of climate change. This, among other issues, will be examined in the course of this program. Welcome to Green Angle. I am Esther Mokwariola. According to the World Bank, air pollution is the leading environmental risk to health, and 95% of deaths caused by air pollution occur in low and middle-income countries. Human activities such as use of charcoal, pesticides, and burning of plastic waste intensify the environmental health risks in vulnerable populations. In the light of this, the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency launched Eco Clean Air at Itedo community to sensitize the public on the dangers of air pollution while working towards improving their lives.
The air has to be clean. And what the government has decided to do is, apart from enforcing existing laws about air pollution, we have chosen to advocate, plead with people who, for example, are still using firewood to cook, to change to cleaner energy. People who are still lighting lanterns, use rechargeable lamps. It is renewable, it is clean, and it protects you and the environment.
Today we are giving 500 naira per kilogram for plastic waste. So we are coming to a community near you. Start gathering your plastic. So in view of that, let's protect our environment.
Let's maintain a clean environment, a sustainable environment, and a healthy environment to create an incentive for all our living, a sustainable living, to clean the earth, make the earth more livable, more better than we met it.
The state government distributed eco-friendly materials to residents, while the residents exchanged their trash for cash.
Burning, dustbin, all this rubber, plastic, all those things is causing damages. But we don't know, but now we have known.
The highlight of the Eco Clean Air advocacy campaign is the commissioning of a newly constructed community borehole. And the environmental agency says it will return to the community in 4 weeks to measure the air quality and ascertain their compliance, and that the state government intends to replicate the project in all the 57 local council areas before the end of this administration. While there is a global commitment in cutting down carbon emissions to stave off the dangerous effects of climate change, a retired builder in Lagos, Nigeria, is making use of organic waste to produce charcoal briquettes, which can serve as an alternative source of clean energy. Wale Karunwi is a retired builder who is now an integrated farmer. He runs a mini factory at his backyard of his home, producing briquettes, a compressed block of coal dust or other combustible biomass material used for fuel to start a fire. Wale makes use of organic waste materials such as bamboo, coconut shells and rice husks in producing these briquettes. To him, this is his own contribution in fighting climate change.
We don't have to cut trees because we have enough waste to create. Instead of using charcoal, wood charcoal, we can use different materials to create charcoal. Don't take it or leave it. No matter how much gas you want to produce in this country, we cannot move away from charcoal. And in Africa, especially the East Africa, West Africa, we will still use a lot of charcoal. That means cutting down trees. So because of that, let's take away trees, let's take away wood, let's go on other products. And we can see on display with us now, you can see different materials which we have now converted into charcoal. Well, biochar, briquettes. What we produce more is smokeless. Smokeless does not mean it does not have flame. That's the mistake we make. It can be flammable, because sometimes when some briquettes that we have, we call them BI briquettes, when they burn, they actually emit blue flames. So you can see the intensity of the heat. They burn slower, they're hotter than normal charcoal. Although there's some hardwood charcoal that are very hot too. But notwithstanding, briquetting can be either highly carbonized or non-carbonized. Like you see a lot of people doing sawdust. Sawdust can be non-carbonized. They use them industrially.
Some of these materials, he says, are either bought or collected as trash. He is confident that in no distant time, briquettes will commonly be used, just as there is a growing demand for this clean source of energy.
But if you see the process where we go to creating carbon from this biological waste, I mean, it amazes you. I mean, it burns and then you see the gases being burnt off. So we have clean carbon, clean energy. And you see, ordinary biochar, that charcoal you see, is a wonderful product. It can take toxins away. You say teeth whitener, activated carbon. I mean, you can use it for water purification. They use it in the oil industry, all over the things. And there are many things you can use biochar for, and biochar can come in different forms. For instance, coconut is one of the toughest material we can get. Even when you deposit money to buy coconut shells, it's not there, because coconut is being used for many things. Some people use it raw like that, which is not safe. We don't have enough coconuts in Nigeria, forget it. So most of the coconuts we see in Nigeria today is from the West Coast. The other one, like bamboo, well, bamboo is not here nor there. We need to focus on a few places to get our bamboo.
So how do you get them?
But most of the bamboo we rely on more is when they use it for construction, use it for construction scaffold. So we go there because once it's dry. Although that is, if we wanted to use it for activated carbon, it's not the best. We use very fresh bamboo. Because the construction site, paints, nail and all that is gone into it. But it can be converted to briquettes. You see the people who produce rice, a lot of them will beg you, please come and take my rice husk. Because it's costing them money to evacuate. Because rice husk in particular is not used for animal feed and all that. So it's like, just throw it away. But it costs us money to take it from them too. Wood, charcoal, we're not the original users of the wood. So we say we recycle it. It comes at a cost too, because we collect it and over, and when we collect it, we come to process it again before we even, because at that point they're carbonized. Because the fines are more carbonized than the bigger wood. So it's safer for us to use there. Anyway, basically, to get waste, it started to become some problem. Because you can come and you have to pay for your waste, or the cost of evacuating waste, cost of transportation, is not too cheap.
With only 4 individuals that make up his team, these briquettes are produced using local methods. They are even packaged to be sold in local supermarkets, with some selling for as low as 300 naira.
We're going into the shops now because we have a variety of products. For instance, you saw what we're going to ship to one of the supermarkets already. And because of our capacity, we have slowed down a little bit, because already when we get a few demands, we are waiting our machines to come to help us upskill. Otherwise, people are waiting on us. When is it going to start? Because we are the last trade fair, and the question is, after we buy from here, will we get this product? And we say yes. There's acceptability of it, but the capacity building there, because only a few people are into briquette making now. I'm happy that more and more people are trying to get into it, but I can tell you for free that Nigeria is so blessed. Every part of Nigeria, we have something we can use to make briquettes. One of the major things that drove me into a thing like this was I was looking for how do we empower people. I'm first and foremost a builder. I won't say I'm retired but not tired. And I started to look at what can we do for the environment. Then by chance, I stumbled into a briquette machine. I went to Lagos State, went for a training program, and I saw the briquette machine. I said, what's a briquette machine? What does it do? Oh, they now told me what it does. So I came back to research it, and I came to it. Then I realized that this is a good program for empowerment, women, the youth, and the old.
Green Angle returns after this break. Stay with us.
Illegal bushmeat is on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. We've become a centre for ivory and pangolin smuggling. So please report wildlife crime and say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's work together to win for Nigeria. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
In recent years, the Nigerian government has established several initiatives to combat land desertification, climate change issues, and habitual losses in the semi-arid areas of the country. Agro-climatic resilience in semi-arid landscapes, ARCASAL, is a 6-year strategic project that aims at increasing the sustainability of landscape management practices in semi-arid areas and improving integrated climate resilience in the northern region.
So Gone made it possible for all of us to be here.
The Minister of Environment, at a technical workshop organized for the Ministries of Environment, Agriculture and Water Resources in conjunction with the World Bank, said the project will provide food security, rejuvenate wetlands, and ensure access to water.
Land reclamation. We hope to, because of the nature of the dry lands in northern Nigeria, even the savanna grassland is fast receding. So what we intend to do is to recover those lands, to try as much as we can to make them cultivatable. And then of course the watershed management is about ensuring that our wetlands are rejuvenated, to provide necessary support for community fisheries, access to water, etc.
Delegates from the World Bank say the project will be implemented across various levels of government and is expected to help reduce the issues of land conflicts at communal level.
The design of the project is to cover the arid and semi-arid parts of the country, so the entire northern state in Nigeria, including the FCT, is part of this project. And the project will be implemented at the national level, the state level, even at the community.
If you look at Nigeria, the security issues, I often say that you can link this issue with climate change, because once climate changes leading to land degradation, drought, people tend to migrate. If Nigeria can be able to protect our land and restore our degraded land, preventing migrations, it will give rise to conflict resolution in Nigeria and as well bring unity as well to Nigerian people.
The minister says the project is one of the central components in President Muhammadu Buhari's strategy of ensuring environmental stability.
There are increased efforts to reduce, reuse and recycle waste into durable materials to promote a clean and healthy environment. Well, this comes just as some locals and teachers in Lagos suburb were trained on how to convert used plastic nylon bags into durable items. Even as residents of Ilasamaja community in Bariga were sensitized on the impact of plastic waste to the environment and the opportunities available in recycling and upcycling.
Lagos generates about 13,000 metric tons of waste daily, and the bulk of it are plastic waste. But these items can be recreated into valuables. In Ilasamaja community, a Lagos suburb, some school teachers are trained on how to turn used nylon bags into durable creative items. They are cut into bits in a precise manner and then joined to form a yarn, which are then rolled and crocheted to form these reusables.
This is a table mat made of 200 used nylon bags. And here in my hand is a shopping bag made of 25 used nylon bags. One can marvel at the creativity of not just providing sustainable solutions, but turning waste into wealth.
Every time I go to the market with one of my bags, people ask me, where did I get it? Where can they buy it? And I always tell people, I'll teach you how to make one, so you can now teach other people how to make one. Bags that I've made, I've been using them for the past 2 years, and they're still with me. If you take them to the market and something stains them, you buy meat, the meat stains the bag, you just wash it, hang it, it's ready to go with you the next time.
Members of this community are delighted at this training and have great expectations.
Instead of using all this nylon, throwing it away to disorganize, to mess up our environment, we can use them to make many things. No knowledge is waste, and they are told that nothing is waste. So anything you think is waste can be converted to a useful thing again.
In a related development, residents of Ilasamaja community in Bariga, Lagos, were sensitized on the importance of proper plastic waste disposal, its impacts to the environment, and the opportunities available with recycling and upcycling.
I think when you see here in Lagos, when it rains, there's so much flooding, and a lot of that is to do with plastic pollution. The plastics, they compromise the ability for the rainwater to get to dissipate, and so as a result, there's a lot of flooding. And so I think you can see firsthand in Lagos, when it rains, how much there's a need for plastics to be managed properly.
A ton of wasted PET bottles come into the sea and are floated to the Ilasamaja community. And we see this as an opportunity for the women to make some more income without exactly accepting any capital or accepting time or energy. These plastic bottles are available in the community, and so it's easy for them to pick, sort, and then trade this in for some cash, which will help them develop themselves and their families.
So we're essentially bringing everybody's attention here to say that we need to do more. We need to hold ourselves to account. Interestingly, most of the pollution here they are not waste from here, they are from other places, and it's important that we talk about that, and that's what the Atunlo project is doing. So recycling gives us an opportunity not just to be conscious of our environment, but to make money, to empower people, to drive economic empowerment, especially for rural dwellers here.
Most of the youth, maybe probably after their education, maybe prior to them getting a job, they can go into recycling as it sees as a business, become an aggregator, most likely a recycler, and spend the time that they get a white collar job, and they can even invest more in recycling.
The initiative were appreciative of the gesture, saying the project hasn't only empowered members of the community, but also improved their household income.
Bọ́lá là ń sà ní Alhaji Ninusa, à ń sa ike, à ń sa can, à ń sa páálí, gbogbo a máa yọ gbogbo ẹ̀ sọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Káànù yẹn ọ̀tọ̀ ló máa wà, páálí ọ̀tọ̀ ló máa wà, ike ọ̀tọ̀ ló máa wà, take away ọ̀tọ̀ ló máa wà, ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ a máa ń sa sọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni, so a máa kó sọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n ń rà lọ́wọ́ wa, kíjọba náà kàn help wa, kí wọ́n máa fún wa ní nǹkan tá a máa sà sí, torí àárín nǹkan tá a máa sà sí, àdẹ̀ ní nǹkan tá a máa fi bọ ọwọ́, torí a máa ń fọwọ́ gbégbẹ́, a máa ń fọwọ́ gbé gbogbo ẹ̀. So bí nẹ́ẹ̀tì nǹkan àpò tá a lè máa kó sí kán máa kó fún wa.
Ragolis la máa ń ṣà, so Ragolis ta dẹ̀ ń ṣà Bariga ní Àjàyí Ọláìyá òun la ti ń ṣà, so àwa náà dẹ̀ máa ń mú Ragolis wá torí nǹkan téèyàn bá fi ṣe owó tó ti fi ń jẹun tí ò fi jalè, àwa náà dẹ̀ máa ń gbé lárugẹ. So adúpẹ́ wípé ẹ tó wá bá wa gbé Ragolis wá àti can àti páálí gbogbo ẹ̀ tí wá bá wa gbé lárugẹ, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tiwa ní tòtítọ́.
0.65 waste.
It is believed that simple measures such as this will go a long way in protecting and preserving the environment.
And that's about it on this week's edition of Green Angle. Until I come your way next time, remember, together we can build a sustainable world. I am Esther Makwarela. Bye for now.